This is getting completely out of hand. We're only a few days away from the start of preseason, as well as a few days into training camp, and we're already getting a lot of good footage from the runs, the drills, the scrimmages, and these guys look absolutely amazing. Cooper Flagg has been having highlight after highlight after highlight. Dwight Powell is on the sideline just looking amazing. Daniel Gafford and PJ look awesome. And from Jason Kidd himself, D'Angelo Russell and Dennis Smith Jr. had a huge impact on day one. And even with all of that good stuff going on, fans seem to take notice that Anthony Davis looks like he put on some weight. In a report that came out later today, we found out that Anthony Davis has actually put on 15 pounds this year as opposed to last year's training camp with the Los Angeles Lakers. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the reports about Anthony Davis, see if there's any truth to it, how will this affect his health, and should we even care about 15 pounds? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,703 subscribers still, but we are only a few days away from the start of preseason, which we will be going live for. So if you want to be hanging out with us for every single preseason game, every single regular season game, every single playoff game, and every single finals game, make sure you subscribe. But earlier this year, as we all know, the Dallas Mavericks decided to trade away Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in return for Anthony Davis. And one of the big things surrounding Luka Doncic and the reason for the trade was his weight. Now, as Mavericks fans, we're no strangers to the Weight Watcher era of Luka Doncic, where sooner or later we started to notice that he's not really that slim anymore as he was in his rookie year. But that's what happens with players. You get older, you get bigger, you put on some muscle. And Luka's situation, it wasn't always muscle, but he always played himself into shape throughout the season, and come playoff time, he was absolutely fine. But we did see this past February that was the straw that broke the camel's back, at least from official reports that we're told, is that his weight was an issue, as well as his health, and in return, we traded for Anthony Davis, who then got injured in his very first game. But we are all past that. We're moving forward, and we are currently in the training camp portion of the offseason before the preseason, and things are looking good. But like I said in the intro, Anthony Davis' weight has been a point of contention that fans have pointed out. But Jason Kidd said himself just the other day that all players, except for Kyrie Irving, are clear for participation in training camp starting tomorrow. So the guys are all there. Anthony Davis, as big as he is now, he's there. He's practicing, he's training, he's doing the scrimmages and the runs with the guys. Kyrie Irving is there, just doing his own thing on the side. But if we look at this right here, this very viral tweet from Kirk Henderson. Shout out to Kirk Henderson. He has his own podcast that's very awesome. You guys got to check it out. But he tweeted this out just the other day saying, is AD looking a little chonk here? Got about 2.5 million views, over 1,000 likes, and everybody's talking about it. And my personal opinion, I kind of sit on two different sides of the fence here. On one side, I kind of don't care. If you've been watching this channel for however long it's been around, I've never really spoken publicly about Luka Doncic's weight because I knew the results were the only thing that mattered. Luka Doncic could roll out of bed, chug a beer, eat 50 boneless wings, and then drop a 30-point triple-double. Against the Atlanta Hawks, he had a historic night, shooting very efficiently, almost got a crazy triple-double in that game, and even then, he wasn't at the peak of his own physical form. We all know that Luka Doncic was a special player, and his weight only really helped him. I never saw it really be a hindrance. With Anthony Davis, however, I do find it just kind of odd. Of course, he's 6'10", 6'11". He's going to be playing mainly power forward. Obviously, he's going to close out games as a center. So if he does weigh about 268, 270 is what they're saying, wouldn't that be a good thing? So he's not getting bullied by Jokic or Giannis or Embiid or any other big men in the league, put on a little bit of weight. Again, I don't really care, but a lot of fans have been talking about this all day yesterday, saying we traded Luka for someone that was injured and out of shape. So we should have just kept Luka, which, yeah, I kind of get it. But at the same time, I think it's being blown way out of proportion. It really isn't that bad. Although, to play devil's advocate and to be fair, every player on the Mavericks should be concerned about their weight. With this upcoming season, we are going to have to worry about navigating without Kyrie Irving. Let that be the only injury we have to worry about. All those small ones are definitely going to come here and there, whether it be ankle sprains, you got plantar fasciitis, or whatever other injuries these guys get. That's part of the game. But barring any major injury, yes, the players should mind their weight, make sure they're at a healthy weight that they can manage on the court, especially a player like Anthony Davis, who has a health history and will also be our number one option, which we will rely on heavily. Got to make sure that body can hold. But if we take a look right here, Anthony Davis has gained 15 pounds since last season. At Mavs training camp this week, Anthony Davis was officially listed at 268 pounds. At last year's training camp, the Mavs, it was the Lakers. The Lakers had him listed at 253. Fans on social media were quick to point out the change and the potential irony after trading Luka Doncic for AD. Davis, though, hasn't been on the court much this summer due to his eye surgery, but the Mavs will need him to be game ready in 3 weeks when the season kicks off. And they'll be relying on Davis to be his usual self next to Cooper Flagg, D'Angelo Russell, and Klay Thompson, as well as the rest of the guys. So, yes, here's the official report. Anthony Davis put on about 15 pounds, obviously dealing with injuries and then his eye surgery. Couldn't really do anything on the court. So, yeah, it's the summertime. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're probably going to eat foods you probably shouldn't eat. You're not working out as much. You're going to put on some weight. Let's see how the season looks. I mean, we could all laugh and make jokes now. Cool, but no fan should be freaking out. Nobody should be worrying about the Dallas Mavericks because people think that Anthony Davis is bigger than what he should be. I mean, he's listed at 268, which is 15 pounds heavier, but Anthony Davis doesn't really look that big. If we take a look right here, this tweet that I quote tweeted was literally from a week ago. Dallas Mavericks superstar Anthony Davis was seen in the Mavs facility with his new look and apparently a little bit slimmer. I had to quote tweet that and saying apparently he put on some weight in the last 7 days because I'm not really seeing it. Maybe his beard is fuller. Maybe just the angle didn't look that good. We've seen a lot of pictures and videos of Anthony Davis all summer long, and especially in the last 2 months. So I don't know if he really put on that much weight or if that is just a weird angle. Whatever you want to say, Anthony Davis is perfectly fine. But if we just do continue, like we said, the first look at Anthony Davis in his protective eyewear mandated by his doctor. AD is expected to wear these for the rest of his NBA career. So just a little update on Anthony Davis. On top of the 15 pounds. Yes, he has to wear goggles. We got Kareem, Anthony Davis, Jabbar out there now. Looking like prime Amari Stoudemire. Real Mavericks fans remember prime Amari Stoudemire in those glasses. He's not wearing the goggles, not full goggle AD, but just the glasses. And hopefully that will help him with his vision, being on the court more so he doesn't have to re-injure that eye or re-injure anything, really. Anything to help Anthony Davis stay on the court longer, the better. May as well wrap him up in bubble wrap. But the last few things that we definitely want to take a look at right here. Since the 2010 and 2011 season, which is how far back full data goes, no player has recorded more defensive stops than Anthony Davis. A defensive stop is offensive fouls drawn, plus charges drawn, plus steals, plus blocks recovered by the defense, and that is Anthony Marcel Davis. The absolute best. And although he doesn't have a single Defensive Player of the Year award to show for it, this just really highlights how good Anthony Davis is and why it's important that he stays healthy and is able to play as many games as possible. We are relying heavily on his offense, but equally as much on his defense. The team's very deep. We have a lot of good defenders. I really do think, and I mean, Gafford said it himself, Derrick Lively should have a breakout season, and I really do think that that can happen for him alongside someone like Anthony Davis. But although Anthony Davis has put on some weight, he may want to look out for the rookie Cooper Flagg, because in practice just the other day, there was a video posted, and everyone's talking about it, where Cooper Flagg blocked Anthony Davis' shot to the point where this is all Anthony Davis could do. Just look at him like, oh, well, there goes my starting spot. I guess he's got it. You got to watch out, AD. Cooper Flagg is right there. He may be on your team, but anybody can get it. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you worried about AD's weight? Do you think anybody should be worried about AD's weight? Or let's just wait and see what happens. It's not that big of a deal. That's kind of where I'm at. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making it this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.